Hey guys, what's up? Aiden or Calvin here with some of that Super Mario Sunshine gameplay. You know, it's a pretty common thing on my channel. No, I guess really, first time having Super Mario Sunshine on my channel, but it's cool. I figured I'd just put some gameplay and do some commentary over it. Get more of that commentary YouTuber lifestyle. You know, you just take some footage from a game and do whatever the hell you want with it, kind of deal. I thought that would be kind of fun, like I don't have the commitment to do a let's play, so and I find that like live commentary over let's plays can get boring really easily if you're just talking about the game, and give you an opportunity to just join and enjoy a classic game, that with some good commentary hopefully. I apologize if my voice sounds a little weird. I'm pretty sick right now, or getting over a sickness. I'm pretty much better, but my voice still sounds a little weird. My nose is a little stuffy. But anyway, today I'm going to be bringing you part 2 of how gamers change. So the second part that wasn't supposed to be a second part in the first place. So yeah, here we go. Hope you guys enjoy. Anyway, if you haven't seen the first part, check that out. I'll probably put a link in this video, and I'll put a link in the description for the first part. If you haven't seen the first part, this video isn't probably going to mean as much. But anyway, I left off, I was talking about Bounty, I think, and how I met him through WT Clan and MSC Bay. Those were kind of the days of Mario Strikers Charged and early Wii competitive gaming. I was really young. Oh, sorry, I bumped the mic with my hand. Probably heard something there. But, yeah, it was really early in the stages of Wii, competitive Wii games. I was young, kind of, like, there's no other word to describe me than, like, noob, basically. Like, fortunately, not unfortunately, I found a few people to guide me and figure it out. And I got to be part of the competitive MSC community for a while. And then we move on to Mario Kart Wii. I'm going to kind of fast forward. Like, MSC kind of went through its stages and started dying off in probably like 2010. I had gotten Mario Kart Wii like the weekend it came out, like that, the Saturday after it had been released. I had pre-ordered it on Amazon, and it came like, I think I got it like 5 or 6 days after the game had actually come out in stores, because it took a while to get mailed to us. And I started playing that like right away. I used the Wii Wheel like for the first day, and then I switched to the classic controller, and then I don't know, I kind of went back to Strikers. Like, I played Mario Kart on and off. Mario Kart was fun. I was pretty good at it, like, just for a starter. Like, I remember beating people really easily when I first got it, just because I'd had experience in Mario Kart games before, and the classic controller helped a lot. But I decided to sit down and learn the Wii Wheel. It actually took me a while to figure out how to wheelie. Like, I remember when I first got it, I couldn't figure out how to wheelie properly with the wheel, and that was annoying. But I finally figured it out, and I started using the wheel a lot, and, this is like in 2008. So we fast forward to like when the MSC community's dying, and I started looking into competitive Mario Kart Wii because I noticed people use clan tags on there, and I found MarioKartWii.com trying to contact like the old WT Mario Kart team, and I found out they'd kind of like moved on. I got in contact with Bounty again, and he told me he was now in a clan called Flow, and so like immediately I was like, oh, that sounds awesome, I'm gonna go to the Flow thread and ask to join. And this is before Flow was like a huge prominent member of the Mario Kart community, right? Like huge. Obviously Flow's probably the most, if not one of the most, the most, and if not one of the most famous teams that's ever existed. But yeah, I asked to get a tryout for Flow, and I think it was like Nate that replied, like Shiny Rayquaza or whatever his name was on the forums. But I was told I could get a tryout. Unfortunately, later that day, after telling my dad, like, oh yeah, I found this cool thing, he's like, nah, you can't be doing all these like forums, signing up for all these different forums things and using them. And my parents just still weren't really on board with the whole online gaming thing. So, unfortunately, I had to kind of like back off, and I essentially rarely used the forums from like 2010 to early 2011 when I really wanted to get into competitive Mario Kart again. Me and a couple friends wanted to start like a little team called, I think the original idea was Nintendoworks, but that transformed into the Rogue Death Squad, and then that came that changed again quickly to Resentful Rogues, and then I got on the forums and joined like a sub clan called Optic Assassins, where I met like a few people, like 3 or 4 like really good friends that are still friends. Arrow, Percy, Wisp, Recop. I don't know if you guys know those people, but a lot of those people, a couple of those guys still watch my videos, so shout out to them. That's how I met them. It was a really cool group, and I got my clan RR started. Like I started to bringing in new people that weren't IRL friends, and then RR kind of took off, and from there, like I played with RR for a long time. Got really into like the scene of Mario Kart Wii. It's a time when eventually, like I remember we used to organize wars on like the forums, and then we move over to Skype. A lot of us moved over to Skype finally, picked up some decent players. I remember like some people going to SZ Stage 0, like Redendi and Chop, who later turned out to be Brad, and Ampharos, and then we had this like RRSZ rivalry that'll be something like I remember for a long time. It's good memories. And from there I moved on to a couple other clans. The only, like after RR died, I think the main ones that like I'd consider important would be like Merciful and Team Knight, which Team Knight came up in like the last year. Merciful was just like a funny group of people that I like really enjoy hanging out with. We always did weird shit. And it's like Merciful is almost more of a cult than a clan. That was kind of the joke. And then like I said, Team Knight, I made that with Sketch, who I had known before but was never really friends with, but we met through like Love Is the Movement, which is probably the longest I've been in a sub-clan. I've been in Love Is the Movement for a long time, and I really like the people in there too. You know, you make all these friends along the way, and they're really important to you. Like, it doesn't matter if you talk to them all the time. It just matters, like, maybe those few experiences you've had with them. And I think, like, you know, you leave people behind, meet back up with them later over the course of your time in this, like, gaming community, and it's interesting how that works. Personally, like Team Knight, I met a lot of new people. Like a lot of new people came into the clan because of Robbie, like his friends, and I became friends with them and stuff like that. Like you make all these connections, and the Team Knight was probably the first like really competitive team I was in. Like we ended up winning like division. We did really well in like season 4, I want to say, or season 3. Of IL, I'm not even sure anymore. And then because we were a drop-in and we like won almost all our matches after getting dropped in, and then we won Division 3 in the next season, and then we died after people, like some problems happened with the clan, and but you enjoy it while it lasts. And I think towards the end of NI was like, it was pretty obvious the community was in its final stages of decline, like it is right now. It's pretty dead right now. Like if you go and look at the forums, like the forums are strangely active for a community that's so dead. And I'm saying that because like the community isn't completely reliant on how many members it is. I think it's reliant on the type of clans that are playing, and the almost like the meta of the game. But I guess the meta hasn't really changed. But few of the old, it's all new people and new clans now, and it's getting to be smaller and smaller amounts of those things. Like, and few of the old standouts are there. Like, I feel like the only veteran clans that like really helped establish the community and were a good portion, like a famous team that held power in the community, that has a place in the community, that was important to the community's growth. The only one left, I think, is like CB, and that's cool and all, but like it's just showed you how much the community's in decline, really. Like most of the older, better players have moved on. A lot of people moved to college. Like people grew up with this game, right? Mario Kart Wii. Like I did. People have played this since like '08, and that's 5 years of their life. There's people that started playing this when they're like, 12 to 15, and now they're like 17, between the ages of 17 and 20, or in case like I started playing when I was like 11 and I'm 16 now. but it's just had a really big impact on people's lives, and I think it's finally at the point where like it started declining for a lot of people, and the people that like really made the community what the community was are starting to leave it, or have left, and they don't play as often anymore, and that's why I feel like why the community feels so empty. It's just these, you know, small groups of players that like like, no offense to anyone, but like no one's ever heard of. Like there's no name for the community anymore almost, and the numbers are just so small now. It's honestly sad to watch almost, to see like what was so great back in like 2011 and 2010. Like I don't know about '08 like being that great, but like '09 to 2011 and 2012 wasn't that bad either, really. But to see the community come down to this, like, I wish it would just end in one swift blow rather than dying out in this really disgustingly slow way. But that's just my opinion. You know, feel free to share yours. Most of you that watch my video are part of the Mario Kart community, so. But yeah, since Mario Kart's like dying for a couple of reasons, I think. Like, there was a mass migration to like League of Legends. So many people moved over to League, starting with a lot of like the top tier players, and then it kind of moved down. I'd already been playing League for a while, just not that actively, and then I saw that the MK Week community was pretty much dead, and I really had no reason to stay anymore. The game just isn't as fun for me, so I'm making that transition to a new game. League is something a lot of my IRL friends play. Like they all play League. It's an opportunity to meet new people. It's a community that's experiencing tremendous growth. Like, just in the past year, they've gone from like, I think it was like 11 million players playing each day, which is still insane, but from 11 million to like 32 million people playing worldwide every day. And it's just a new and fresh experience. Like, maybe the community isn't the nicest of communities. Like, honestly, like the League community can be pretty toxic, but so is the Mario Kart Wii community, so is the COD community. All these communities are pretty, like, they got their shitty people. But it's just interesting. It's a fantastic game, and like the whole pro scene and the rise of esports with League of Legends is really interesting and fun to follow as well. It's, think like WCL, but on a massive scale with millions of dollars on the line. Like, that's pretty cool. So I'm kind of moving towards that, like PC gaming, honestly, which is ironic because I have a Mac, but I want to build a PC, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I'm moving towards like League of Legends. I have like the hype for the new consoles, I feel like, is almost non-existent now. Like, compared to like when the PS4 and the 720 came out, like there's no I mean oh my god, compared to when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 came out, the PS4 and the Xbox One have like no hype, and it's actually kind of funny. The Wii U doesn't have much to show for until we get those great first party titles out, so there's that. And yeah, it's people, I feel like people are moving towards more PC games. Also, like the gaming community in general, like if you watch YouTube, so many YouTube stars, like gaming stars, rose from Call of Duty, and now they're all making this transition away from Call of Duty. They have been for a while. A lot of them made the move to Minecraft, but now like YouTube's super saturated with Minecraft. I can't watch Minecraft. I never really did, honestly. Like, I liked Minecraft, but I find that it gets kind of boring for me quickly. Like, I'll play it for like maybe a month or two, and then I'll have a burnout, and then I won't play it for like another 5 to 6. And then, but you saw a lot of these people go from COD to Minecraft on YouTube, or just COD to other games in general. Like, there was GTA 5 came out, and so many people are making GTA 5 videos now. Or PC games like Gary's Mod and crazy stuff like that, Counter-Strike. Gaming is becoming more adverse on YouTube, but the systems that you play it on are becoming less diverse. I feel like there's a big movement towards PC gaming right now, because PCs are more powerful than the systems usually. Like, if you get a good PC, they're more powerful than like any game system you buy. If you got a crappy laptop, obviously not, but that's just how it works. And yeah, so I feel like people are moving more towards PC gaming because it's easily upgradable. You don't have to wait for the next 6 years for your console to get a buff. And there's so many different games. Games are easily patched. The diversity is just crazy, and I think that's the direction where gaming seems to be going. Because there's like no hype for these new consoles. Me specifically, like I've moved on from Mario Kart. Mario Kart Wii, at least. I don't know what Mario Kart 8 will be like, but I have a feeling it will be nothing like Mario Kart Wii was to me. That's just how things go. And you know what? I'm not necessarily right either. Other people have their own ideas, and we'll see how things work out. It'll be interesting. But there's definitely an obvious movement, an obvious change in what gamers are playing now, how they act. Me personally, video games in general, like I just haven't been playing as much. Like I play League quite a bit, like on weekends, but with school, I got a lot of things to focus on, and that's another thing. Like people that grew up in this Mario Kart Wii community, like I said, a lot of people grew up with it. They're getting older. A lot of them are in college. They don't have the time to be super involved in this community anymore, and it's kind of sad, honestly, to watch that happen. Like people just step away from the game and not come back, or come back once every couple months for a war or two. But that's just how things are. That's how things develop over time, and we have to accept it. And I'm always looking to the future, and I'm always gonna look forward to things just how things turn out. So hopefully things go well, and best of luck to the people that are still in the Mario Kart Wii community, and best of luck for the people that have moved on it, whatever your endeavor is, like just moving on to other games, or if you're moving on to like new things. Like I don't know, I've been getting really into paintball lately, and it's a lot of fun. Like, or I plan to ski a lot this winter, or maybe you're playing basketball for the first season ever, or just I encourage you guys to go try new things and have fun with stuff, and don't be afraid to make a change. It's hard to let go of the past sometimes, but I think that's okay. And I know I kind of dragged this out, and I know part 2 was kind of long compared to the first one, but I had quite a bit of gameplay, so I figured I could keep going with this. I hope you enjoyed it, and there'll be more commentaries in the future. I'd really like you guys to keep showing support. That'd be really cool. And you guys have a great day. Peace.